Welcome to Spot On Sports, where we're not just accurate, but we're spot on. This is the new wave of sports. We are your hosts. I am Wayne Galloway. With me, as always, my colleagues and associates, X and Abdul. Also, newcomer Jaden. Fellas, introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Jaden.
Man, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back once again, the man in black. Okay. Abdul Iskandari, aka that man Dooley, ready to do it for Spot On, baby.
Yes, sir. We back in the building. You already know X Factor, man. About to lay down the smack down. Y'all already know how we do, man. Let's go, team Spot On.
Before we get into today's show, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on our Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, which is at Spot On Sports. And our Instagram and Twitter is at Spot_on Sports. Now, fellas, I know y'all seen what's been going on around the league. You got LeBron and CP3 battling in Phoenix. You got Giannis surprisingly destroying the Heat. You got Luka ready to take out Kawhi in the playoffs. You have Ja Morant, freshman, coming in, taking out Utah. You got, there's a lot going on. You got the Knicks and Trae Young. You got a lot, fellas. Tell me how y'all feel about it. Well, before we get to that, though, the odds in Vegas is they come out the East is Brooklyn, which is 10-11. And the odds to come out the West to go to the finals which is LA, which is 2-1. So what's y'all takes on the playoffs? I'm gonna start off. How you feel about that?
Man, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me start it off right. You understand? We're going to talk about these Los Angeles Lakers last night and what they did to the Phoenix Suns. Did you see that destruction? Did you see it? Ladies and gentlemen, you got my boy Ed Davis, my boy King James, linking together, making plays, leading the team to the promised lands. I love it. Okay. Then the series I'm watching in the East the most is the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Heat. Let's not forget the Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the bubble. Okay. So the fact the Bucks are up 2-0, the Bucks are saying, you know what, Miami? Y'all beat us last year, but we're not the same team we once were. This is a new year and we're a new team. Okay. So that's where we're going with it. So that's why we up 2-0 and y'all down 0-2. Okay. Now, as far as the other series goes, we know what Boston and Brooklyn is all about. We knew what that was all about. Okay. Boston's getting swept. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Washington, I actually expect Washington to win one game out of the series. Okay. Just because Philly did not look impressive game one. Not to me. Okay, now on the Western Conference, man, all I'm gonna talk about, honestly, let's talk about Dame Lillard, how he's hot. It's 1-1, but Dame is hot right now, just for the record. Okay, so the playoffs are beautiful, but you know what I love the most? Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers being down 0-2 to my boy Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, that's what I'm loving because Luka said, you know what, boys, y'all thought y'all was just going to young boy me, little boy me, not understanding I'm just as good as Paul George and Kawhi, if not better, man. But y'all go ahead, man. I got a lot to say.
Thanks. How you feel?
Okay. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start with the Clippers. I'm happy. It's a damn. He had the little commercial with the crown dangling, trying to mock LeBron. You know how we, what I'm saying. But Luka is proven right now that he's better. He's the better player. He's the best player in the series, hands down. He's the best player in the series, which means he's better than Kawhi and Paul George, who are supposed to be one of the best wing defenders in the league. So it's going to be Luka in 6. For me, and Kawhi's gonna somebody's gonna leave next season. The Clippers. It's gonna be Kawhi or George, one of the two.
Both. I believe both.
is as far as LeBron and the Lakers, man, what I saw yesterday, it didn't impress me, but I'm happy that Anthony Davis was more aggressive. Because the first game we played, man, he didn't. Anthony Davis didn't care. Nobody cared on the court. The 50-50 balls, nobody cared. There's no way in the second game, yeah, we won, but there's no way Cameron Payne should be going off like that. Cameron Payne, there's no way he should be going off like that. We did a good job of holding Devin Booker. He went like 7 for 17 that game, so we did a good job on that, doubling him, double teaming him. But I think LeBron needs to turn back time and go into Miami LeBron mode because he's only scoring like 20. With last game's only 23 points. He got to do more than that. We at least need 25 to 30 from him. We at least need at least 25 to 30 from him. But I prefer to have 30 because when we start winning series and going up in the playoffs, LeBron is going to have to go for 30. He's going to have to. There's no question. And as far as on the East Coast, I'm proud of my boy Ice Trey for what he did in Game 1. I'm proud of my boy Ice Trey. Got the ice in his veins. Even when the Knicks, we all know Madison Square Garden, it's either going to destroy you or build you up. We know that. It's Madison Square Garden. So for him to just silence the crowd like that, I'm happy for him, man. I definitely think the Knicks are going to win, though, only because, they got their defense, man. The defense they play. I think the Knicks is gonna lead the way, but it could go 7 games. It could go 7 games. I can see that. The Bucks destroying the Heat, man, especially last game, really took me by surprise. I really had my money on the Heat, but man, I switching bandwagons right now. I think really my confidence is high on this team, this Bucks team right now. The way they playing, I can see them coming out the East. To be honest with you, it might not even be Brooklyn. It might be a surprise. It might be a surprise. So,
it's gonna be Brooklyn. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Bucks is coming out of the East, and the Lakers out of the West. And what else game that's been happening? Did I miss any?
You have Sixers and Wizards. You have
Sixers and Wizards.
Utah Grizzlies.
Wizards are gonna it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep. It's gonna probably go to 6 games, and but ultimately Philly will go, and I think that's when Bradley Beal will leave next season. I don't know where he's going, but he's gonna leave. Hopefully, he come to the Lakers. Oh, and one more thing, we need to trade KCP. I know LeBron trying to hype him, trying to get him motivated. We need to trade him.
Who is we? You ain't part of the. I know you're a fan. You ain't part of the.
Look. I be having conference calls with LeBron and them, man. I be trying to make trades happen over here. Okay.
Jay, welcome to Spot on Sports. How you feel about the NBA playoffs?
Personally, I feel that there's a lot of new teams that are like showing that they're here to play and they're not, just a pushover like they were in the past. Like like the Mavericks. Luka Doncic just stepped up and like really just shown like why he is like one of the top like guards in the NBA, because like for a few years the Mavericks have been struggling to make the playoffs or like to make a run, and Luka's just stepped up and just took off. Because did you see that dunk the other day he had on one of the post players? You know what I'm talking about?
Posterized,
yeah, he
posterized.
Yeah, he does it all. He can shoot, he can pass, he can take to the hole. Like, and the Clippers just don't have any answers for him with that 2-0 lead. It might be a 4-game sweep, honestly.
Oh,
I think it's possible because he hopefully, like, what was that one game he didn't show up?
Yeah,
man, I don't know.
He's showing playoff.
Yeah, So I think the Mavericks might be able to get a sweep this series. But for the Hawks and the Nets, I feel like Trae Young has been like, the Knicks. My bad. Oh, my bad, guys. Yeah, but the Knicks and the Hawks, I feel like Trae Young has been showing out, and like that was ice, like for that floater right there for the game, with his crowd talking all crazy to him, and then him just finishing the game. I don't know. The crowd better quit talking like that before they get swept. But honestly, I think the Knicks might be able to like pull together because they have a more like a complete team, if you ask me. and that might be able to cause them to win. Because right now, like the game's like what 78-88 with 8 minutes left, so it might be 1-1 after this game. Um, Also, we got the Grizzlies and the Jazz. The Grizzlies and so we got John Morant. He's been showing out. Like he's saying, what's it called? He's saying Curry home. And I was mad because I'm a Curry fan. That's my boy. So I was just like I was shocked. I was shocked. So
you know he comes to the Lakers.
Shoot, damn, that's a ring every year for the Lakers. Every year. And then what's it called? So then for the 76ers and the Wizards, I just think the 76ers are gonna win because that's a pretty complete team compared to the Wizards. Because I feel like Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal can get the job done, but I feel like sometimes Russell Westbrook wants to take over, and that's why KD left. And
be Russell.
Yeah, him being him. So, and then for my Lakers and my Suns, I don't know. I feel like the Suns might get 2 wins, but I think they're gonna get one more. Other than that, I feel like the Lakers gonna get the dub, like got the series and get the win. Oh yeah, and for the Trailblazers and the Nuggets, can't nobody stop Dame. Can't do it. You already know he broke up. He can't. He done broke up a whole team. Paul George had to leave OKC, so it's just like that. Bro, that man is different.
Okay.
I feel like that's gonna be a 4-game sweep.
But before we
for the last one, no, you know that. My bad. Go ahead.
No, my bad, man. Go ahead. I thought you was my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say for the last one, I was gonna say the Nets. They're gonna get the sweep, and I feel like they're gonna be the ones to come out in the end.
Okay. Actually, before I go, you got anything?
The Lakers. That's it.
No, I was just gonna say, man, it just came to mind when we was talking about the games. Can we take the time to just appreciate that this is Carmelo's back in the playoffs? One,
yeah,
and
here we go.
How I know we still got a long playoffs to go, but just how game 1, how he was just Jacob every time, a quick 18 on him.
Let me just stop you right there.
Carmelo,
we're gonna give all the
shout out to Melo, man. Shout out to Melo.
We're gonna give all the players that's been around since the 2000s that's in the playoffs now their flowers. LeBron, CP3, Melo. We're gonna give them their flowers since you want to say that. No, but I'm gonna just say right here and there, the most disappointing team in the playoffs right now is the Miami Heat. It's not the Clippers. It's the Heat. Came back from a final.
That's true. That's true.
You got no. Same team.
No.
Basically the same team.
No.
And you losing to the Bucks, who I think is not really. I think they're a bluff. They're not really that good. You got Giannis, who's a slasher, not really a shooter.
It's the
Middleton, been around for a while, and I feel like it's his time to go. Holiday's pretty good, but I'm not impressed by that. I'm not impressed by Miami one bit. Now, the most sneaky team that will come out the West that will give Lakers a run for that. The Lakers, since Vegas votes them as the favorites, a run for their money is the Blazers. If they stay healthy. Last time the Lakers and Blazers played last year, it was a pretty intense playoff series. I was gonna say the Nuggets, but Jamal Murray is hurt. That's a talented team right there. The Nuggets is a very talented team. Jamal Murray is the Mississippi. I will say Utah, but Donovan Mitchell's hurt. He's coming back, but I don't think he's 100%. So I'm not gonna really look at that. Luka, yeah, they may beat the Clippers, but they're not gonna make it that far. We all know that. It's Dallas. They're not gonna make that far with just Luka. We know that. The Grizzlies, no disrespect to them. Congrats to make it in, but they're not gonna make it that far as well. The Hawks and the Knicks, no disrespect to them. They're not going to go that far. I feel like Brooklyn's going to run through the whole East. Yes, especially the Sixers. Because of Ben Simmons, who cannot shoot. You're not going to win games with just Embiid muscling all the centers and little people. And you just run into the paint and laying it up and dunking. You're not going to win games like that. That's just how I look at it. So I'm looking at it. How I'm looking at the playoffs is basically Brooklyn going to run through the East. And either Blazers or Lakers going to take the West. That's how I'm looking at it. But let's take a break from basketball real quick and let's hop on to football. So, X, since we love the Patriots and Julio is very interested in them, but it comes down to two teams, them and the Titans. Or if you have any other team that he may not be speaking about, so you heard on Undisputed, definitely not Dallas.
Definitely not Dallas.
Definitely not Dallas. But X, what you feel Julio next destination is?
I feel like his next destination and the one that makes sense and is New England. Is New England, no question. Because Julio wants to win now. He wants to win. Belichick wants to win. Cam, he got to win. So
got a point.
It makes perfect sense for him to go to New England, especially all the new weapons that we just got on the offensive end. And we got a pretty nice, solid defense, man. I just that combination, man. We if he comes, every position on the field is going to be great, all the way to the head coach. So I know Bill Belichick will be happy to have him, and this would be the first receiver that Cam actually played with that is a game changer. I mean, Steve Smith was, but he wasn't in his prime. Julio still got prime left in him. So this would be the first top receiver in the league that Cam's ever played with. So this is a combination for success. I think that's where he needs to go. He will go. He need to go.
Jaden, how do you feel about Julio next destination? Or where you feel
I wish he would go to the Cowboys.
He need to win.
Yeah, but I think if he wants to win, I think he should go to either the 49ers or the Titans. And I know that Mark Henry, that's his name, Derrick Henry. I said it wrong. Derrick Henry's been trying to recruit him. I seen something on Twitter where he was talking about him. But I just feel like if he went to the Tennessee Titans, that would help that team out pretty well because I know they have
that's a well-rounded team.
Yeah, that's a full team. And then, you got to watch out for the run or you're going to have to watch out for Julio if he goes for them. So I feel like that'd be smart because, that'd just be a perfect team.
Even with Tannehill?
Yeah, true that.
Okay. Abdul, how you feel about that? Where you feel like Julio's next destination is?
Man, I'm going to say it like this, first and foremost. Wherever Julio goes, they got to have a B-plus quarterback at the least. Okay. Julio doesn't want to go from Matt Ryan, which is an A, to an A-plus quarterback, down to somebody who's a B minus, C-plus type of quarterback. Julio doesn't want that. You know why Julio doesn't want that? Because Julio wants the football. Okay. Mm-hmm. Julio wants the football deep and he wants it accurate. Okay. So any team y'all just named who doesn't have a B-plus quarterback needs to go. Okay. Where Julio's going, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you where he's going. He's going to the Green Bay Packers. Okay.
I knew you was going to say that.
Okay. With Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones, 1-2 punch. You feel me? That's where he's gonna go. Okay. So because Aaron Rodgers wants to win now, gentlemen. Julio Jones wants to win now. Okay. So why not link these boys together and make it happen? Okay. So he's not going to go anywhere who has a less than a B-plus rating. And I don't care what X say. Cam is not a B-plus quarterback.
Oh, shit.
Cam is a B minus, borderline C-plus. Yeah.
So Matt Ryan is a You said Matt
Hold on.
Whoa.
So Tannehill is not B-plus either. Okay.
I agree to that.
Okay. Rodgers is no drop off from Matt Ryan. Rodgers is, matter of fact, is superior to Matt Ryan.
Time out. I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't mean that.
Hold on.
You must be sipping on that yak because you saying Matt Ryan is I'll make sure I'm hearing this. Did you say he's an A type of quarterback?
Yes, he is
I don't agree with that.
I do not agree with that.
Listen. Hold on. It ain't about the wins. It's about the stats. So when y'all tell me statistically, okay, let's just say there's about five A quarterbacks.
He's not consistent though, like that. No more.
I mean, Listen, hey, he's not on the best of the best teams either. He had a bad Super Bowl a couple years
Cam
ago.
is better than Matt Ryan. That's just me.
That's what, I don't even know what to say to that one. Okay,
That's just me.
like I don't even know what to say. But
Let me just
yeah, no. To
let
each
me
his
just
own.
get in this. I like all y'all takes. Titans, Patriots, and Green Bay. But Abdul, that is way, way wrong. Aaron Rodgers wants the hell out of Green Bay. I don't think he got no chance of going back there, regardless what you throw to him. I think he's gonna need more. He's gonna want more than Julio, to be honest. And that's the way I'm looking at it. And I think he's really done with LA. Like he's done with Green Bay, I mean. X, the Patriots, that is possible. He already came out and said he want to go to New England. He want to play with Cam. But only reason this won't happen is because if you the Falcons and you have the power to send Julio anywhere, I wouldn't send him to Belichick. I wouldn't do that. I think he's smart enough. He's already thinking he know he want to go there. Like I'm gonna send him somewhere else. I'm not gonna send you to a team and you're gonna win right off the bat. No. Why don't you think that we'll have no Odell? Send him right to Cleveland. You think you want to go to a good team? Go to Cleveland. Now, Jaden, you said the Niners. That's no, you said the Titans. That's the one I'm gonna agree with. Only because he got a connection with Derrick Henry, Alabama. Mm-hmm. The Titans is a pretty decent team. They've been in the playoffs constantly. They haven't made it all the way, but they've been in there constantly. They got a great head coach. And AJ Brown is like, he look up to Julio and he maybe could teach him. And that's another great upcoming receiver. I feel like that's the best fit out of these teams. Even though New England probably the best team and Green Bay the best team, I think Titans is the best fit for him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we will see in upcoming days because now it's down to two teams as you know, we listening to sources, Patriots and Titans. So it or maybe, like I said, surprisingly, somebody else might jump out the box and do it. But speaking of jumping out the box, let's get into some boxing because it's a lot of fights that's already happened. We ain't talking about the little chump fight with Ocho and Ray fight or Mayweather and Logan Paul. We talking about some big fights. We got Javante against Mario Barrios, 2 undefeated fighters. Tank is moving up in the division. Fury Part 3 after Fury tried to me, duck Wilder. And Wilder said, "No, you owe me a rematch. You're gonna take this to court. You're gonna give me my rematch." And I think Wilder's gonna get this one. And then we got the big one, Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, the legend, or you could say a legend, against a upcoming student, which is going soon to be a legend in my eyes. Abdul, let's teach these boys some boxing. Tell me how you feel about it.
Man, absolutely, my man. First, we're going to talk about the Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, okay? Mm-hmm. All I want to say is this, Errol Spence. Pacquiao is a legend, hands down, but he's old, okay? Spence, if you don't get this win, don't get me wrong, he's still good. Pacquiao beat the average boxer. Pacquiao is still one of the best boxers in the world. But Errol Spence, you are the younger buck. You should be able to get
his prime.
Yes, you should be able to get this win and put that on your belt to say I beat Manny Pacquiao, because not too many men can say that in this lifetime. Okay, so that's that on that. I'm giving that to Errol Spence, but expect it to be a good fight because Pacquiao is no punk. Okay, true. That's why it's gonna be a good fight. Now, number 2, let's talk about the big boys, the heavyweights, man. I'm tired of talking about boys that ain't even 150 pounds, okay? Let's talk about some big dogs here, okay? When you talk about Wilder, oh yeah, this is something I disagree on, Wayne. You made a comment, they fought twice, my man. Fury, in my opinion, won both fights. The first fight was a tie, okay? It was a draw, okay? The second fight, we all know what happened to the second fight. The man Wilder disgraced himself. He disgraced everything he stand for. He disgraced me. Like, he disgraced everybody. Okay? Now, I am interested to see another fight, but I wouldn't bet on it. And I'm going to be honest, if I did bet, I'm going to have to go for Fury again until Wilder shows me. Hold on, Wayne, why are you so fixed on Wilder winning when Wilder has not won?
Fury may be the more experienced boxer and look wise, but I don't think he's actually. If Wilder tweaked some of his skills, he would destroy Fury.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you 100%. The problem with Wilder is he has no skills. He relies on his knockout punch. Now, listen, when you're in a street fight, if you have a great knockout punch, you'll pretty much beat the majority of people. Now, when you talk about professional boxers who are trained to watch a knockout punch coming, that's a whole different story. Okay. Yeah. Because a knockout punch is not the safe punch. Matter of fact, the percentage in a knockout punch hitting is low. We all know that. Okay. So I'm going to have to go with Fury until Wilder shows me something different and dominates Fury. Okay. Then I'll go with Wilder like I originally did. Okay. Now, let me tell you something funny. The first fight, I wasn't up on Fury. I bet my money on Wilder. Guess what? I won I didn't lose any money because it was a draw. Okay. But you know what I said? That man Wilder only knocked him down twice. Fury won every single other round, right or wrong, that first fight.
Right.
So technically, the fight should have went to Fury, the first fight, because there's a difference between a knockdown.
But the knockdown saved him. That's what saved him.
Exactly. Now, there's a difference between a knockdown and a knockout. You get what I'm saying? When you knock somebody out, they're not getting back up. When you knock somebody down, okay, the fight, a man could get up and still win. You get what I'm saying? You live to fight another day, basically. So I'm going to go with Fury on that one until I see better from Wilder. As far as Javante go, Javante over the world, period. Okay? Exactly. Nobody's beating Javante. Okay? Nobody in his weight class, at least. If he keeps going up, it might be different if he has to fight Earl Spence, Devin Haney, for example, fighters of that caliber. But until then, Javante is going to dominate his weight division because that's what Javante does. Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that, man. I got Earl Spence, I got Javante, and I got Fury. Okay.
Okay. G, you want to bounce off of Abdul?
No, I'm
How you gonna agree with
he made some really good points. He made it really good. He made a good point still, because from what I've seen off of Wilder, like on social media stuff, he just looks like he's more of like a power puncher, and like he tries to catch. Because every time I've ever seen him, he's just knocking people out with that one punch. So that's all I really know about him.
Okay. X, what you got to say about it?
Man, boo Javante, man. He sucked. He trash. I don't even know what we're talking about. No, I'm just playing. Now, I'm gonna definitely roll with Javante all the way, only because, he from Baltimore, Maryland, but I'm from Maryland. I ain't from Baltimore, but I'm from Maryland. So keep representing Maryland out there. You already know. I know he's gonna dominate, man. As far as Tyson, Fury and Wilder, man, I agree with Abdul, man. I mean, it's just, he hasn't been the same ever since the first fight.
Exactly.
and it was. I think Tyson Fury, we overlooking too that Tyson Fury has the mental over Wilder right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when that man was licking his blood off the man, you remember that? He licked the blood off him while he was beating him. That I mean, come on now. You don't forget nothing like that. You don't forget nothing like that. So I think mentally, Fury already got him before they hit the ring. Mm-hmm. So I think that plays a part. Like I said, my money's on Fury, man. I want the Wilder to win. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But my gut feeling is just telling me Fury's going to win. But I am pulling for Wilder though. I am. Don't make no mistake about that.
Yes. Yes.
So I can't wait to see that. And I agree. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing one more fight.
I think you missing it. The point you missing. Let me jump in this now. It seems like it's 3 against 1, right? With this Wilder and Fury. I'm gonna say that to the end. Let me get to the tank part. I feel like what Abdul said, Tank is going to run a division. His only problem soon to come is when he start moving up, and eventually he may have to do that, or that's what he choose to do. But that's when the problems gonna start to kick in. But I think Floyd's gonna dominate. I mean, Cervantes gonna dominate the fight, win the fight, and stay champion against the undefeated Mario Barrios. Earl Spencer Pacquiao, great fight.
Earl Spence,
Abdul, agree with you again. I feel like Pacquiao is not gonna go down without a fight. He still got it. People better not sleep on him or his power.
Mm-hmm.
But Earl Spence gonna come in the younger in his prime, and champion. I don't think he should lose this, and I think he should win this. It shouldn't be easy, but it should almost easy. Not that easy, but it should be almost easy. He better not make no mistakes or don't sleep, because he know Pacquiao is not none of everybody else he fought. This is a veteran.
Right.
This man fought Mayweather and many other fighters. Now, when it comes to this Wilder and Fury, I understand Fury. I know what everybody sees and what happened. We know what happened. Fury is a great fighter. I know this. Only thing I'm saying is this fight, when you lose like this, it's something inside of you that you come out another fight and you don't ever want to lose like that again or be embarrassed like that again. And during that time it happened and how the times are now, Wilder's ready come out with so much firepower. I don't see him losing. Mentally, he may not be there, but he may be getting prepared, knowing that Fury was trying to go straight to Joshua, like, "Oh, I beat him, it's over with." But knowing I know I deserve a rematch. Joshua, I don't know why he's sitting back waiting like he the king of kings. You ain't the king of kings either. You lost too. So we don't really know who the true heavyweight is. But I feel like out of these two, that will show what it is. I don't know. I wouldn't say Fury gonna lose, but I don't think he's gonna win like how he won last time if he do win. And I think Wilder's gonna probably win. We can make a bet on this because, fellas, this is serious right here. I feel like the fight that's building up is Kong and Godzilla, which is Wilder and Joshua. That's the real fight. But they may want to see Fury and Joshua as well, but we will never know.
Hold on.
Until the fight comes.
Well, hold on. Wilder, I want to see Wilder and Joshua, but nobody want to see Wilder and Joshua before we see Fury and Joshua. Okay, that's first and foremost. Okay, why? Because Wilder has not proven to consistently beat Fury. Okay, now I'm with you 100%. Joshua isn't the king of kings either. Okay, but we need to see Joshua versus Fury now. We need to see Joshua versus Wilder too. It.
Yeah, this is it.
Wilder doesn't make
Winner,
a
loser, whoever. Yep, this is it.
Then this is it. I don't want to see this fight no more. Wilder either make a name for you, because let me tell you this right now. The only way Wilder's gonna win is by knockout. Okay. If it go to 12 and it goes to
Fury got it.
Fury's gonna win the fight. So Wilder, you gotta knock the man out because you do not have the skills to beat him when it comes to a decision in a 12-round fight.
And Fury can take punches too, so he better come. He better come with it. Yeah, he better come with it. He can take punches like Holyfield did back in the day.
That was a good one, fellas. We will see when all this happens, because fights is happening each month. It's looking like every fight is happening in a different month, and it's coming. Thank y'all for tuning in Spot on Sports, where we're not accurate with spot. Where we're not accurate. I'm so sorry. It's crazy. We're not just accurate, but we're spot on. This is the new wave of sports. I'm Wayne Galloway. With me as always, Xavier, Abdul, and our new colleague Jaden. Fellas.
Dad, man, I'm out.